Howdy, it's Jim Arado, and this is late May 2024. We're in Ludington, Michigan, on our way to the Lamplighter Bed and Breakfast. We've stayed in Ludington several times for just a night here and there, but we've got to go back and spend more quality time. There's the Lamplighter, and it is kind of catty corner across the street from the Ludington house. We stayed there, probably 10 years ago. I know they had different owners at the time. It was a nice place, too. By the way, looking out the window at the Lamplighter Bed and Breakfast, there's a black squirrel. Apparently, that's not uncommon in this area. And he was really cool. I just wanted to film him and let you see him. Anyway, we stayed at the Lamplighter Bed and Breakfast. We just had one night. Some of our plans had changed, and we realized we could get a room at this wonderful B&B, so we grabbed it, and man, were we glad we did. This is, we've stayed at a lot of bed and breakfasts, and, we have pretty high expectations, and this place hit it out of the park. It was just perfect, and we're already talking about trying to get back up to Ludington just so we can spend more than a night here. This is a great bed and breakfast. And just perfect. Dan and Jen run the place, and man, they do a great job. Jen's going to give us a little bit of a tour, but I just wanted to give you a quick intro and just to mention that we really, really thought this was great. We had probably the biggest bathroom we've ever had at a bed and breakfast. We had a wonderful breakfast, and we just had a great time here, and we're excited to get back.
The folks that bought it basically purchased it to use it as a real estate office. And the husband suddenly passed away, and she was left with little kids. And she put it into a commercial phase, rented out rooms upstairs. They stayed between the third floor and the back of the second floor. And then once the kids were grown, she converted it to a B&B and sold the property. This yard is ours. She had the foresight to buy it up. There was another whole home that was this entire lot that burned to the ground. I want to say in the late 70s, early 80s. And all of the zinc cane windows that were here melted, and the room upstairs they stayed, and then the hallway stayed. But there's a couple of others that they replaced because the zinc actually melted. So it was she bought that up, and that became part of the property. There's a whole history book out there that I can share with you, but it's amazing how in its commercial phase there's a lot of the original woodwork and things were protected, but a lot also was lost. So yeah.
Well, that's so cool.
It is cool.
Yeah, I'd say most of the bed and breakfasts we've stayed at have been great.
The TVs are all smart TVs, and what I will tell you, when you go to turn it on, it's in guest mode. And the reason we do that is so that when you depart, whatever you've logged into, nobody else can piggyback off of.
Probably not touch it.
Some people must have, and we
yes.
try and meet where they. So if you choose, it's there. There is also free complimentary stuff on there too. So if you don't want to log in, AC, heat, fan, whatever you need it to be. So feel free to adjust that however you wish. And then you have blinds in the windows and the curtains as well. So feel free to use that. And right out this way is the common area, and you're welcome to enjoy any of this. There's additional library seating here, and there's another TV over there, but books, games, whatever you might like. And then this is just dining and parlor area. So you've got coffee and tea service 24/7. You can fresh brewed coffee in the morning from a local roaster. And it's also have hot cocoa. They roast their own cakes and all that good stuff. So they're really kind of neat. So help yourself to any of that.
This is the hot chocolate.
Yeah.
Oh, I have to try that.
It's really good. And if you put a little in your coffee in the morning, it's a nice little mocha.
Oh yeah.
So what's the difference between
So
the two?
one is a little bit sweeter, and then
Okay.
the other one is like a true, it's so chocolatey that you get almost a coffee flavor from it, if that makes
What's
sense.
the darker, what's the more,
The Mayan.
less sweet?
This guy right here.
Okay. No, I prefer less sweet. So
That's more run of the mill.
Okay. All right, I'll try
Yes.
That's exciting.
And then if you would like regular coffee any other time, there's pods there.
Oh, okay.
And that's hot water in a carafe there if you would, for hot cocoa, but also for tea. So you don't have to have tea flavored coffee from the Keurig. Baked goodies there that we do here in house. And then ice machine. And then you saw you have wine glasses, water glasses, but there's extra there on that tray if you should need them.
Okay.
And this is the door that you're welcome to come and go through. I will warn you, this is a spring-loaded door, so if you let go, it'll catch you up. Yes. And as it's cool today, so we may end up closing it up, but these stay unlocked, so feel free to come and go through these doors anytime. And when you do go to close this, it's a little finicky. Give it a shove down here on the, just under the handle. But all of that out there is common area too, so you're welcome to enjoy the gazebo space. And all that good stuff. Right.
Well, I like the candle holder.
Aren't those cool?
Yes.
On the second floor, in between rooms, it's the only door up there that doesn't have a number on it, but between rooms 2 and 3, there's a guest closet with a refrigerator in it, and there's complimentary water and soda. Help yourself to any of that. And there's also a wine opener and all the goodies next to it in a little basket. Okay. I can grab waters for you if you'd like them.
Grab one later.
Yeah.
So, thank you.
Is there another vacant room we could stick our head in just real quick? Just
There is.
It might be sold out, I don't know.
No, well, we flipped, basically. We were full for the holiday. So if you are okay, room 3 is completely ready. I'm hesitant to show you rooms that aren't totally done, but you're welcome to poke your heads into.
Oh, okay.
Room 2 is occupied.
Okay.
That's the only other
3
one.
is okay, just to
Yes,
probably
absolutely.
step in more stuff.
You're fine, you're fine. The room directly above you is the Ansel Adams room, so there's a lot of Ansel Adams artwork, black and white artwork and stuff in there.
Is that one open to look into?
It's not finished, but you can look at it.
Okay.
You can absolutely look at it. We are everything. We clean the whole 9 yards.
Oh.
So it was a busy, and we were like, okay, we had an extra room ready in case we get a last minute phone call, but
With the holiday, I'm sure.
yeah. And we lost, we had storms. I don't know if it got rainy and yucky up by where you
We
were.
had rain yesterday, but
Okay.
it wasn't, I wouldn't call it storms. But
Okay.
it was definitely raining
We
yesterday.
had mild storms roll through, but we lost all of our Wi-Fi and other things. It's just been an interesting weekend. So
Oh.
the history book, if you're interested, is right here, and this will give you just a good feel for all the little nuances of the place. But it's really neat. It's a
Do
good
you
story.
guys sell any? Do you guys sell those?
You know what? We don't. I would
should.
I would happily email you the PDF of it if you were really that interested in it. But when we moved here, the folks that we purchased from, Bill was in Rotary, and
That's so much gin.
there you go. I feel like lots of people are.
Yeah.
And Dan said, yeah, I would love to do that. And Jim Jensen is the former executive director, but VP of the Historic Society. He worked up to us and said, I've always loved that property. Can I do the history on it? And we were like, are you kidding? Yes. I just realized I didn't ask you breakfast times. We do 8 a.m. or 9 a.m. And it's a served breakfast, so it's prepared fresh for you.
Okay.
8 would be good.
Perfect. Okay.
And is that here?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. We do. We'll probably seat you separately, but there's another couple in house. So you each get your own spot.
No.
We're open.
Awesome.
How much are your mugs?
They're 20.
Before we leave, I will take one on the way
Okay.
out. Just to make sure
Thank you. They are literally manufactured right across the lake in Wisconsin, and you can microwave and you can even bake a little cake in them in the oven. They're great. They're really neat
That's
products.
actually a very affordable mug.
It is. It is. We don't mark them up to make a profit,
Yeah.
so, but they're just a neat company.
Yeah.
And then
I'm
we'll
looking at the
get our
wallpaper
thing.
too, man. This is.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
beautiful.
So what's crazy, so everything that you see, right, these 3 walls, 100% original, even down to the pressed plaster.
Wow.
When they started to convert this back from the commercial phase into a B&B, they hung plywood, like almost like really thin veneer board over top the plaster and lath, which is really discouraging because when you tear it off, you ruin the wall. And then they wallpapered over the veneer board. So when we purchased, it was all yellow and pink.
Ooh.
And we opted to paint because we bought on the 21st of June and we had guests coming in the 25th, so it wasn't enough time to tear things out
Of
and
course.
start. So it was interesting, but yes, every wall has been painted, or this was newer, this wasn't the original plaster and lap here. So
Wait, this is wallpaper, right?
That's wallpaper,
Okay,
painted wallpaper. Yeah, this is pressed plaster. And then these 3 rooms here were all pink wallpaper, like a heavy, really high quality, really bad. So we painted it.
When you say painted wallpaper, do you mean like the flowers are coming through?
There was a heavy pattern. Think of it almost like a tapestry.
It works so well.
That's
Yeah.
what we were hopeful for.
Yeah.
So
No, I mean it looks like the kind of thing you'd probably say we went to somebody and had them custom make something from the 1920s or something. I don't know.
It looks kind of like some of the old, now that it's painted,
Yes.
it looks like some of the old wallpaper
Yeah,
you would
that's
get
what I was
like in the
thinking.
early
Yeah.
1900s.
Yeah, yeah. There you
So
go.
you really simulated that effect
that's
very
so
well.
good. That's
Yeah.
what we were going for.
Yeah.
We were fingers. I mean, we
Nailed
looked
it.
at different textures that you could add to the paint, but nothing
Oh
looked
man.
right. So we just ended up straight paint, and then all of the carpeting. So we joked these 2 rooms were like a almost like the stuff that you would see in a casino, like the printed.
Yeah.
cabinet.
Okay,
Yeah,
yes,
Really
yes,
bad.
yes.
So we tore that up, and then these rooms were all pink, heavy duty pink carpet.
That's too bad.
Yes, but we tore those up, and the floors were in great condition, and just did a ton of sanding, and then threw poly down over them, and have enjoyed just having them back to what they used to be.
Yeah, yeah.
And the fireplace is Pewabic tile, which was made in the Detroit area, and that's all original as well.
I was going to ask about that, but I thought Jen will kill me if I start asking about the tile.
Oh no,
Yeah.
please. It's really neat stuff. This was preserved. They had put a cover over top of it, and the mantle is original, all of it. They didn't rip it out, so we're
Oh,
grateful
that's
for that.
nice.
Yes, and then all of the pocket doors are still here and functioning. We convert that into a room for massages and guests ask
Oh,
for that. So we're
okay.
able to close the doors, and it's like having walls. I mean, they're so thick, so neat.
Yeah.
So, and we tore this one out. It was not original. We believe at some point in time there was a pocket door here, but this was walled off and it was so dark. So our first winter we tore that out. It's been fun.
How
Yeah.
many years have you owned it?
June of 17, so it's coming up on 7 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
Gone
great.
fast.
I'm sure.
It's been good though.
I bet. Wow, well, thank you.
You're
Thank you
welcome.
for the tour.
Yes,
Absolutely.
yes,
Enjoy the rest of your evening. We will see.
Okay, and what do you think so far? I loved the story about the kind of repainting the walls there and the wallpaper, and how that thick wallpaper kind of shows, but it looks so nice. Love the stairway going up to the 2nd floor. Just a beautiful place. And this is one of those bed and breakfasts that's it's kind of under the radar. It's if I were looking through a book, or if I was Googling bed and breakfast, I'm not sure this would get my attention. You've got to go there to appreciate it. My wife is really good at finding places like this. Anyway, so we went upstairs. We looked around some of these rooms. I think we even stuck our head into one of the rooms we weren't supposed to, but they, the door was open, and Jen, being a bit of a perfectionist, I think she was a little hesitant to let us look around because the beds weren't made. But you can look at these rooms and tell how great they are and how cozy they are. How great would it be to stay in one of these rooms with a bathtub like that and just kind of relax, read a book, get out in the evening, enjoy Ludington. Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting back here. This is just a great place. And you could tell Jen and Dan, sometimes people are just obsessed with running a bed and breakfast and making sure it's perfect. And they sure were. They were doing a good job, and you could tell that they cared about what they were doing. And the place is flawless. And I can't say that enough. The breakfast the next morning would be great, and we really enjoyed our stay here. I mentioned the mug, and I had a picture of the mug up. Yeah, they were charging $20 for theirs. Some hotels will charge $40 or so, so that's not a bad deal. They're obviously not trying to take advantage of people. And and I like the fact that Jen gave us the tour of the place, kind of let us snoop around. Just very cozy, and just a great experience overall. The breakfast we would have the next day was great too, and Dan would come out and kind of present it, and then tell us basically where they got everything, and that was pretty cool. That's the kind of thing you look for in a bed and breakfast: local food, made well and tasty. In fact, they gave us a little scone. You'll see it here in a little bit, and I couldn't finish it. I took it with me, and I would eat it later. And man, was it good. Again, looking around some more cozy rooms, and you can just tell how great those rooms are. And I know I'm skipping around a little bit, but we were gonna stay in Traverse City this night. Our plans kind of got messed around with, so we realized we would be staying in Ludington instead. And my wife found this place almost by accident, and we were so glad to stumble upon it. By the way, they had those paintings, those kind of replica paintings on the walls. Those are the real deal. Those aren't the crappy cardboard ones. Those are the ones that look like real paintings on their own. And a couple more looks at our room that we had. We would go out later and have dinner at House of Flavors, as you should when you're in Ludington. But this was the kind of bed and breakfast we wanted to spend as much time here as we could. We just liked it so much. I mentioned the bathroom. Look how big this is. It's a huge bathroom. I believe this used to be a kitchen, maybe even some sort of a commercial kitchen, but it's now a bathroom, and it was huge, just massive, and we were really impressed. And again, just nice and slick, and just a very nice bathroom to have. An uncharacteristically huge bathroom for a bed and breakfast too. And we had some nice robes. But yeah, the bathroom was just huge.
Chive from the garden, and then on the side is bacon from the local butcher and our version of home fries.
Thank you.
Cool. All right.
Yeah, and there was part of the bio on our breakfast. And look at that. Look how crazy that is. That was, yeah, some breakfasts you remember forever. You're not going to get a similar breakfast at the local Denny's. This is a one-of-a-kind place, and I would go back just for the breakfast. It was so nice. Anyway, what'd you think? That's the Lamplighter Bed and Breakfast in Ludington, Michigan, and very cozy, very comfortable, very relaxing. I'm looking forward to go back. Have you been there? Let me know what you think. We were really impressed, and I'm definitely going to rank this probably among my top 5 favorite bed and breakfasts, just to go and relax at. They're doing everything right here.